Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a bit of a weird road to rank 1. So, there is approximately 7 or 8 hours left in the season, and Tang Tang has passed me for rank 1. So I've been sitting on rank 1 for 5 or 6 days now. I hit rank 1 before rotation went through, just so I wouldn't have to, so hopefully I wouldn't have to play post-rotation. Since post-rotation, the meta's in flux, nobody knows what to play, nobody knows what other people are playing, so it's a lot of wild things, and it's very easy to lose a lot of points, which is why we have seen, like, looking down at top 10 is still 2,600. There's still a lot of people who are struggling to climb, struggling to find what's working. However, 2 people have been able to shoot up since then, and those 2 people are No15 and Tang Tang. Of course. So Tang Tang's up about 300 points in the last 24 or so hours. No one's up about 150 points in the last 24 hours or so. And the problem is, I'm not entirely sure what they've been playing. So I've heard reports that No15 is on German-Soviet Pincer, but that's a deck that a lot of people have tried, and basically everyone other than No15 has had very, 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 very poor success with. So if No15 is playing it, clearly either he's got a playstyle that works or he's got a deck that works. I mean, it's No15, those types of decks call to him. And then there is Tang Tang, who has shot up 300 points in basically 24 hours, and I haven't the slightest idea what he's playing, because the reports are he's been playing basically everything under the sun. I've heard of Tang Tang on self-damage, Tang Tang on Pincer, Tang Tang on Britain-Japan credit denial, Tang Tang on Heinz, Tang Tang on Jagro, Tang Tang on discard, like air. You name a deck, Tang Tang has been playing it on ladder in the last like 48, 72 hours. So the problem is, which of those decks did he shoot up 300 points with, or did he just shoot up 300 points switching decks every other game? So that brings us to where I am now, which is I have no idea what to play on ladder, since if we go to my decks, I have 3 decks here. This one's not even completed, and this one's just frontline with 4 cards swapped out. So I don't know what to play on ladder myself. However, again, if we go back, I don't need to climb like 100 points. I just need to win 1 game. So the question is, what do you play to win 1 game when you have no idea what the ladder's going to be? You don't know what decks to expect. And you don't even necessarily have a solid deck list. You're 100% confident in yourself. And what I'm currently leaning towards is the first and basically only deck I've made since this expansion, which is a German-Japan discard deck, which is utilizing island defense for massive healing in Germany, which you previously did not have, and then 24th Cavalry as essentially just removal. And this card works crazy. Now, I've played this deck a bit in casual, I've played this deck a bit in friendlies, and it seems pretty good. The 24th Cavalry is the highlight of this deck. When I put it in, I was just like, well, I don't know how great it's going to be. This card is insane in control. Like, just the amount of removal that you get out of this card is just crazy. And then otherwise, it's a pretty standard discard list. It has 1 Maelstrom in here. And then I have the Lurking Danger Triple Careless from the deep, and I was feeling like I wanted 1 more countermeasure, so I've been trying an Envelop. Because of the nature of island defense, I feel like you can just let 1 unit into the front line to attack you to lower your health, so you can play island defense. And then you just like hold up an Envelop, so they attack phase, drop you below 10, move up, destroy the front line, island defense back to like 20. And honestly, the Envelop's been working out pretty well. And then of course, triple sudden strike. I'm not losing to Pincer, hopefully, with this deck. So yeah, like, this list feels fine. Is this list going to be the list that goes like an 85% win rate on ladder? Absolutely not, because I imagine this list would be weak to any sort of heavy Soviet control with card draw. I actually think it would probably be pretty good in the Brit discard mirror, since they're missing MI5s now, so there's not a whole lot necessarily that would swing the discard in their favor. They obviously would have more card draw a little bit, but I feel like there would be enough dead cards in this matchup that discard doesn't end up being a big deal. So anyways, this is the list I'm leaning towards playing. This might be a huge mistake. I might look back at this in like a month when nobody is playing this deck, and this deck isn't even a real thing, and just question myself, why didn't I just pick Pinsir? However, I don't really want to pick Pinsir since it's a deck I've never played before. Don't really want to pick self-damage because it's a deck that has some incredibly impossible matchups. Like, if I pick self-damage and get into, like, ramp, I'm probably just going to lose. So, yeah. Plus, I feel like this is pretty good on the into the meta. It beats Pinsir, it beats self-damage. So, this is the deck we are going to play. And if you're looking at the video length and you're like, uh-oh, it's more than, like, 10 minutes. Clearly he lost. It's possible, like, Tang will probably fight me for first, so it's possible I will have to play additional games. At this point, though, looking at my points, I think I would play more if I lost the first game, but if I lose 2 games, I'm definitely just going to stop. I don't have that much of a lead on 6th, and definitely would rather get top 6 than, and not get first. Then, you know, lose top 6. However, I will say, I'm already qualified to the OCC Ultimate, so I don't... If there was ever a month where I don't get top 6, this would be it. But, of course, we are still going to fight for that rank 1 spot. So, with that, let's queue up with this deck, taking a huge risk, and I'll see you when the game starts.
What a performance there by J-King.
J-King, full plot armor.
J-King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legend.
J-King is our world champion! J-King 7! What? The back-to-back Cards world champion!
Alright, our opponent is German. That's probably pretty good. We are quite able to handle the very aggressive, oh boy, that's not great. We're able to handle aggressive starts pretty well, especially if we find a sudden strike. It's combined arms. Sure. Okay, well, this game's gonna be quick, win or lose. Oh, that is really, truly bad. I feel like I just want to move up and pass. Like, I don't have a way for Heinkel not to kill this. And this has Blitz, so if you move something up, I'm... Oh, yes, Nakshub too. Okay, this is already a tank plus combined arms is +3/+3, which is huge. We do have the Hipper, so as long as he doesn't... Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, well, the guy just dies for free at the moment. I mean, we're gonna take out the 3/3 mobilize while we have the chance. This guy has, like, an absolutely cracked start. I mean, the deck runs, like, what? 3 elites? Maybe 4 if you're running Comet. Okay. Let's see what we can get off of Arado. Another Annihilation. And let's just take out the front line. Arado does block the Heinkel. However, he just hits with the autocannon, which means he actually nets a credit. I get health back, but, you know, he nets a credit. There's a very good chance I'm just dead. He can't Heinkel here, which is quite good. Well, he could move, or Henschel. He can move up the Heinkel and then Henschel. Presumably that's a combined arms based on how fast he picked it. Yep. And we're just dead. Actually, no. Island defense into sudden strike. We have 3 in the deck. And we're dead. Great. Well, yeah, no sudden strikes against combined arms with cracked start. No sudden strikes or careless talks. Careless talks would be great in this matchup. Yeah. Well, that's incredibly bad. I'm assuming he's gonna see that he has lethal on board. Oh, also the double 24th draw, which was pretty hilarious. Did he 3-4? No, he was a credit off lethal last turn. Well, that's honestly not... Only a -16, which, like, -16 is a lot in this situation, but, I mean, easily could have been a -20. So that's essentially just one game less. We're gonna queue up with the deck again. I don't feel like... I mean, again, probably not the best deck I could be playing out there, but it's something I'm feeling somewhat comfortable on. And that loss felt like I should win that matchup, like, 85% of the time, and I don't think I could have done anything different. I mean, yeah, just got a completely bricked hand versus all the elites. Like, I would have been able to, like, handle a, just like a early buffed tank pretty well. The issue was the Heinkel for infinite card draw and the, autocannon for infinite, like, damage output from the support line, plus the Nakshub for credit gain if I try to just slow him down with units. Okay, this is hopefully... I mean, I feel like we can beat a Japan control deck, but I definitely think I'd prefer it to be aggro. And I suppose if it's a OTK deck, because there's been a lot of Tony OTK, I suppose if it's an OTK deck, we can just try to discard the win cons. So it does look like this is going to be a control mirror. And the question, of course, is what is his ally? That's incredibly annoying. I could just Heinkel it. Like, it doesn't kill it, but it forces him to spend 2 credits on his turn. And then I can either... I could Hipper to get the on-curve credit denial, or I can just go face and spoils for, like, a countermeasure. If he kills this, I'll probably Hipper, but... So this is 3 credits, and Lurking Danger is almost guaranteed a Careless Talk. I think I'd rather get the spoils out. KCL is a good pickup here. So it's actually very easy to overdraw with this deck. Like right now he hits this and doesn't play a unit, I overdraw. But I also don't care if I overdraw. Like as long as it doesn't overdraw specifically Comet, I think we're good. Well, got that 1 in 27. Okay, hitting keys pretty good. And hopefully he's forced to play a unit here. Okay. So the Pete was off of the Soul of Old Japan, so the key and the Kokoro Sword are just in his deck. As long as we don't overdraw Africa's core, we should be good. He can technically overdraw me again this turn if he can kill both of these, or kill one and return one to hand. Okay, another Amphibious Assault push up. I could just Jägerbomber push up. This puts him under a lot of pressure. And yes, the Careless Talk means that if you just... Like, I wasted a Careless Talk into Kokoro's Sword, and if he replays it, I waste another into it. But he also has to do something, right? Okay, well, top deck for Glory is something, I suppose. Lion for a day and don't play a unit, I draw Sudden Strike. Overdrawing Africa Core is incredibly bad. So it's in Japan, Italy. He doesn't have Mare Nostrum. Okay. Oh, decisive defense. I probably should have thought of that. That was silly. Well, he's running low on cards. He might have, yeah, I was about to say he might have some garbage like Empire of the Sun. I could just Leopold. He overdraws. Okay, overdraws the guard. Or the guard's destroyed, he overdraws attack in the colonies? Okay. Second Lion. What else do you got? The Shenano for 4? 3? Okay. That seems bizarre. Okay, getting rid of naval engagement's pretty good. And I'm gonna hold up the Careless Talk again, because even if he plays the Kokoro Sword, it being a 6-3, it's still pretty good for me, because it means it can't, like, trade into this without dying. Is he trading? Alright. Okay, I need Africa Core into Comet. Okay. Discarding Kokoro's Sword is something I'm pretty fine with. Oh, Raiding Brigade there is really annoying. I could just annihilate it. It's like not the biggest annihilation target ever. However, just attacking his hand size at the moment. Second decisive goes. Yeah, Kamikazes shouldn't matter. He probably still has Shiden in deck, but... Oof. But, like, without US, it's incredibly difficult for him to pull off like a crazy burst combo. Okay, he's just gonna bonsai me. Okay, we don't overdraw the Africa core. And he's down both decisives. Please give me a comet. Thank you. And yeah, we'll just toss out an island defense, I suppose, to not overdraw. Now, this brings him into island defense range, of course. Which he's probably running. If he's not running, he's pretty screwed. Ouch. So I could take a very big risk and do Hipper Comet, because that sets up lethal. Of course, it puts him 3 off lethal, but it's 3 off lethal if he spends 11 credits on this. I could just annihilate it, pass. I think I'm going to go for the proactive play, if the game will let me attack with this. Just because I'm worried, like, if he slams, like, a, in the future, if he slams a... Well, that's bad. Okay, well, we have the island defense annihilation. I feel like I don't want to draw with a Ratto, actually. Yeah, I just felt like the odds that he had a guard is probably much higher than the odds that he had any sort of, like, kill combo. I actually had a Ratto in deck. Okay. Well, I don't think there's a way he can heal, and I have Sendai for 7th Alpini. We got the win. That was disgustingly close. Like, very, very concerningly close. +5. Okay. I mean, we're 12 points down. That's like 2 to 3 wins. Do I play this again? I think so. I think we're just going to stick on this deck. For the time being. Like, just having watched other people play on ladder, it's so much, like, high roll aggro. I mean, like, look, game 1 was combined arms. I don't want to, like, switch to air or self-damage and lose to combined arms in a matchup where I would formerly have triple sudden strike. To be fair, I did lose on combined arms in a matchup where I have triple sudden strike, but you know how it is. Alright, Donjanjo. I'm gonna keep sudden, because even if it's like control. Okay then. Alrighty. This is happening. We got a sudden strike now though. Double wolf pack is gonna be very good. Presumably if this guy is some sort of aggro deck, he's running lend leases, but double wolf pack is gonna be good at trying to strip those out of his hand. I don't think we sudden strike it on 2. You know, unless he does like, yeah, oh my goodness. Just hit face, right? Raid in combined arms is actually like a Giga Brain. Like, it's terrible, but like, if it works out, it's so Giga Brain. Okay, we're just gonna take the kill with Heinkel while we can. I'm just like so terrified of secret operatives, because like this is the type of guy to run secret operatives. If he's running raid in Brit main combined arms, he's running secret operatives. HMC? Bro's got HMC. This guy's insane. This does risk overdrawing. I'm pretty comfortable with my hand right now, so I don't think overdrawing's too much of an issue. And like some people are just drawn to overdrawing like moths to a flame, which is always nice. Why'd you move this up if you see this is in hand? Oh, it's a Wildebeest deck. That's funny. Oh, that was... I thought this was... Oh, it deals combat damage, not... I was thinking, I was dumb. I was thinking it was... Oh, wait, we're just gonna play Wolfpack. I mean, he has 2 cards, one of them is an elite, so... that's not great. So I was thinking it was like when you attack. Rather than just all combat. If I lose this game by 2 health, I deserve this. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. So these units aren't veteran. They can become veteran, but they aren't currently veteran. Like, I'd pick Careless if I could play it this turn. Maybe I should just pick it anyways, because I can play it in future turns. I'm just, like, leaning towards Case Yellow because it has decent functionality. I should probably just pick the Careless, though. I wonder if this guy wants Howards. The Green Howards, the new British guard that draws when a unit becomes veteran. Because I feel like if you're running momentum, you gotta. Is he sacking one in Albacore so he can veteran one? He sure is. Just gonna go up, kill this, hold Careless Talk. Keeping Jägerbomber in hand for like Jägerbomber and Wolfpack if he gets this Churchill back might have been worth considering. That's an above average top deck. Out. Is it time to sack the Comet? I mean, it's a 6-3. If it was the Fury, if it was like 6-3 Fury, if this was old Spitfire, definitely would be sacking the Comet. Currently, though, I could like 61st Wolfpack, just so like his options are limited. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Control what he is and is not able to do in the moment. Because before you would probably be wanting to do Spitfire into Panzer H to get double veteran. And I definitely do not want a Maelstrom and give him a Churchill and a draw. Sacks the Jägerbomber. And surrenders. Okay. Okay, that's +3. +3, okay. Okay. Was kind of hoping a little more, but you know, what can you do? Well, I said it was 2 to 3 more games. Maybe what I should have been saying is 3 to 4 more games. Or if we keep getting +3s, then 4 to 5 more games. But yeah, I will just see you at the start of the next game. Alright, we got a Soviets. And I just wanted to mention, part of the reason I'm playing this is I feel like there's a lot of potential for island hopping in discard. Now, the big downside of it is it can get really easy to play around. Like if you just leave your opponent at 11 and slam some big stuff, your tokens is actually a bit of a concerted matchup. Envelop might be a very big card in this. Yeah, so like in a tournament setting, I feel like it's not that I feel like Island Defense is a bad card in a tournament setting, but specifically in a tournament setting, I feel like this deck in particular is a lot weaker, and any deck that relies on Island Defense is a lot weaker. Okay, this is looking really bad. I'm not gonna lie. Is it time to just, like, careless from the deep? Like, yes, it's probably only gonna kill 1/1s, but without rootouts in my deck, is killing 1/1s just fine? Probably. So, gonna take out the Red Devils because 1 is an annoying card, and we're being credit efficient. 2, it has higher health, and 3, I do not want to give him another light infantry. Well, that's terrifying. So we're just gonna hold up the envelop. And these options are all terrible. Like, I'm gonna take the Greif, because, like, honestly, a 1/1 can trade with some light infantries, and the odds are I'm gonna be floating a credit at some point. And the other 2 options are just actually atrocious. And he plays around Envelop. Why am I playing against, like, the 1 tokens player who plays around Envelop? Come on, man. I think we're gonna have to Panzer H for a Sendai. Annihilation, Jägerbomber are both very solid options as well. Obviously the problem with Jägerbomber is it doesn't get rid of the threat, you just replace it. However, the problem with Annihilation is it's all 7 of my credits, so like if he does like no surrender, or I suppose he can't do no surrender Unity of Strength. Oh, reserves, triple reserves. Well, at least they're all in the support line. If he does like deep operations, Unity of Strength, maybe there's a play there. Draw last. Gets all 3 down. Oh, frontal assault. That's very bad. Now the question is, can we survive until Leopold? The answer is probably. I think we're just gonna take the... Like, I could do Sudden Strike Push Up, which definitely has its merits. I think I'm just gonna take the opportunity to trade a 3-1 Blitz into a 2-3. Because, like, surely he's gonna have to play... Oh, that's very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Just gonna do Sudden Strike, case yellow one of these guys, and then hit the 3-3 probably. Draw last. Well, taking it we can do, it's a play. Actually, the annoying thing is if he hits me to 11 on board. Top deck no surrender is probably best case scenario for him. We just need to live one turn. Please don't be like a... Okay. Okay. Well, we're just definitely healing. That's a thing that's happening this turn. And I think guard trade is the best we can do. With Uragan, it's difficult to imagine I die here. I can take a lot of damage here very easily. Don't get me wrong. But actual death. Body did that in the wrong order. Okay. It's... With mobilization gone, he has to rely on, like, 2-card combos to draw. Or just 5-year plan, but if he does 5-year plan, we might be able to just gun him down. Yeah, top decking an 8-8 is pretty good. In general. I can actually clear that with case yellow, which is not like the greatest thing ever. I can also fully clear the board with Maelstrom, including Kali, but that play seems subpar. Gonna finally get this Greif down. And we're killing the infantry. I'm straight killing the infantry. I have, I also Spearhead playing around low. Now does he go for the Kali back, or does he trade? Okay, he kills out the Leopold. Now what's more important? 4 damage face. I think 4 damage face is worth more. So short of drawing like engineers, but if he draws engineers, it means it's also like kind of a dead draw. Nothing, no surrender. That's not great. Okay, well, as one does when playing against tokens, I'm just going to take out as many of these as possible. The best case draw for him would probably be like Hammer. And we got the win. Okay. It was a little terrifying, but Island defense came in clutch. +4. Okay, well, we're closing in. Like, just a good win here. Like, I would queue into somebody in, like, top 30, grinding pincer. Can put us into first here, hopefully. So, yeah, I'll see you at the start of the game. Alright, we got a Japan. We're just gonna full mulligan. This is a good hand if it's aggro. An acceptable hand if it's, like, Japan-Poland Legions kind of situation. And if it's Japan OTK, then we are screwed. Turn 1 pass is deeply concerning. Turn 2 pass. Concerning. I'm not as concerning, because, like, obviously a war machine. But, like, he could milk truck here, which would be really annoying. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna do 61st, play on curve. Next turn I can push 61st down to 24th. Or maybe we want to keep the 61st in the support line. I played this on the wrong side for Sendai. Also, I thought I had another credit. That was a mistake. I can't count to 6. Okay, I need to not be throwing Elo at 2900. Alright. I think I'll take the Sendai. Maybe I should have taken the second Annihilation. It's possible that he just starts, like, slamming big planes. So I have 1/24th left in deck, I think. It's also possible he's not ramping into OTK. He could be, like, ramping into Destruction shenanigans. Okay, that's just eating an Annihilation. Please discard the Tony. Did not discard the Tony. Discarded an Imperial Strength. Oh, actually, that's not terrible, because I do run a decent number of countermeasures in this deck, but obviously discarding Tony would be better. Okay. Tony doing some magic tricks. And the question is, do we Sendai the Tony, or do we Sendai the Sendai to get the guide back? I'm leaning towards Sendai the Sendai, because I think there's a decent possibility that he just has an answer for the Sendai to get his Blitz plane back. Like, he runs Amphibious Assaults, right? So, it's going to be harder for him to remove a 4/4 than a 2/3. Well, it's not going to be that much of an issue for him to remove it if he's going to do that. I kind of want to just, like, Wolfpack him. I'm unable to clear it. Well, that's a pretty bad card. Now, I can Lurking Danger, obviously. It's guaranteed to pull 2 Careless Talks. I mean, surely he plays him if he has... Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. One is hand size. It's possible he just attack phase and does nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Okay, that's very annoying. Now Lurking Danger only draws 1. I think I'm just going to do this and pray he doesn't have a second Imperial Strength. Like, surely this guy doesn't run that many Imperial Strength, right? Surely. Oh, that's a bad overdraw. I think we Leopold now. Maybe trade Leopold. Maybe just Leopold. I don't really want to give him card draw. Oh, he had the second Tony in hand? Are you kidding? Well, that's one way to get around counter measure. Why do you even run Imperial Strength? You're just gonna Tony everything. Are you worried about entrapments? Scheiden Bolster kills me. Okay, buddy. Well, that's incredibly frustrating. Discarded Hour of Need while his hand is Tony Scheiden or Bolster Scheiden. Okay, well, let's see what the hit was for that. Minus 19. So we're 7 points lower than we were after the first loss. It's probably time to switch decks. I mean, okay, what have we seen so far in ladder? Combined Arms, super heavy Japan Italy control, super weird aggro deck, tokens, Japan OTK. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna queue up again. I mean, hopefully these super heavy control decks are the anomaly. And so hopefully we start queuing into some top 100s. And yeah, just kind of push through it. If we lose another game, then I'll stop playing. I know I said I'd stop playing if I lost 2 games, but the difference is I lost a game and then like won 4 games and then lost a game. Won 3 games. Alright, Soviets. I'm keeping this like weird mulligan because machines, the Sendai is for like, I feel like there's going to be people on like weird Machines of War kind of decks. Gambit decks. Trying to cheat out early stuff. If he's playing Engineers, he's probably playing Control, which means 2-drop is probably going to be a Bryansk regiment, if anything. However, there's the possibility of Yak 7, and I don't currently have a Sudden Strike in hand out top deck. Bryansk. I could from the deep. However, I think I'm just going to Lurking Danger Careless. Okay, well, we got another control deck. That's great. Just absolutely great. Oh. Okay. Well, we definitely got a deck of sorts. Is this the repair deck? This is probably the repair deck. I know there's like a Soviet-US repair deck that runs these high health guards just so you have units to repair to draw with and stuff, and then you play the oh no, never mind. Scratch everything I just said. I don't know why. Like, I just really want to kill this Bryansk. There's not a particularly good strategic reason to kill this Bryansk. I just really want to do it. I could just like 61st. Yeah, I don't think I can rely on countermeasures triggering next turn. What is happening? Okay, we'll just get the credit denial, draw denial in now. It plays on curve, gets a card out of my hand. Now, obviously, there's the trade of Heinkel and Cavalry into 61st. The problem with that is hand space. I would like to get the card out of Heinkel if possible. I think I'm going to hold double Careless just because hand space is sort of a premium at the moment. Yeah, plays around from the deep. Draw up to 9. Okay. How do we want to do this? I don't necessarily need to get... So Heinkel just replaces itself, right? Oh, but I can't Heinkel into the guide anymore, of course, because of the fighter. I would love to have a sudden strike right there. Yeah, draw last. Second Leopold's always nuts against Soviets. Holds countermeasures up in this order, so if he tries to test for it again with like another Chaika at 845th kind of thing, reorganize. Like, surely this is some sort of combo deck. Is this? What? Okay. Not. I was gonna say, is this, Baron's OTK? Baron's made a Japan-Soviet diplomatic attaché OTK. I am certain he is not running Reorganized, though. And definitely not Machines of War 39th, Engineers, the 1-8 guard, Brian. Why are you running Machines of War in, like, so many cheap guides? Like, trying to give yourself a tempo loss? Okay. Yes, I'm risking a lot of overdraw at the moment. But also, there's not really a way to not risk overdraw without just, like... Like, overdraw is not the end of the world. It only matters if you go to fatigue. Okay. That's an interesting order of operations. Case yellow here would be really good. So we're gonna spoils first for case yellow. Annihilation also works really well here too. And doesn't, you know, have the whole overdrop situation. It might actually just be Baron's diplomatic attaché OTK deck. Like with just the strangest elements added onto it. Alright. So we do overdraw. I mean, we have a bunch of sudden strikes and stuff in the deck. Case yellow. Kind of annoying. I think we're just gonna draw. Island defense. Not sure that one was triggering anytime soon. Do we just like get down to Leopold? He's played one Partisans and he very clearly does not have a red banner. Like, surely I'll draw a sudden strike eventually to kill this engineers. Hammer. Okay. How have another Annihilation target. Mobile Defense. Another pretty useless card to discard. So what, we have a Wolfpack, 2 Case Yellows left? So we have 3 discard cards left, I think. That's not great. That is very, very bad. Okay, so we're just gonna Sendai that. So the healing Pain Train should be slowing down. Honestly, it might not even be. Well, okay, with Lesser of Two Evils, surely it has to be OTK and like reorganize. But like, I just don't understand. I do not understand. I think I'm gonna save this for when he inevitably kills the Sendai. Although this is such a good tempo play. Well, Winter Offensive is still a card in the game. Hopefully he does not find a way to Red Banner his 272nd on the turn he gets it back, because I do not have a way to deal with that. Am I about to get Tonied in Soviets? I mean, he doesn't have a way to run Decisive Defense, but you never know. Maybe he's just waiting for me to drop him below a 10 so he can... Oh, is he gonna... Okay, so that's a second Diplomatic Attaché, third Diplomatic Attaché. Maybe I should have held up Envelop. I'm kind of keeping Envelop specifically for ISU. Because, like, he's going to get ISU this game, right? I could Yag Bomber it. Like, I do really want to Yag Bomber the 272nd, but we still have the second Sendai, and I don't really want to Sendai the Blitz card. So, seeing Island Defense, presumably he trades. Yeah. I do kind of want to get another unit on the board. We haven't seen any Sickles or Winter Warfares from him, so I don't think he'll be able to draw off of this. So I can just, like, sudden next turn. I couldn't put him down to 1 card in hand. Mobile Defense does nothing. Island Defense is a good hit. Armored Train. Okay, take that out. This is lethal on board. What do you top deck, buddy? He actually has like a pretty large number of cards you could top deck. That being one of them. Is there any burn in my deck? I don't think so. Which means I think I would want to not draw cards. Do I even want to play the Erratas, though? My worry about playing the Erratas is, like, buy the sword? So again, he's dead on board, so he has to top deck a way to kill Leopold or heal. Top deck Sickle to go to 1. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. I would have screamed and shouted if I lost that one. 2893 plus 5. That guy was a plus 5. Okay. And yeah, we're just gonna queue again. Like, I don't want to switch to aggro just because, like, the combined arms guys kind of terrifying me. But honestly, I might switch to Pincer if I see another control deck next game. So yeah, let's skip to the next game. All right, next game against Germany. Mulligan's 2 cards. I think we're just gonna full keep. Go for the Screw Pincer hand. Like, obviously we don't have Sudden Strike, so if he has a, like, crazy war production start. I think this was one of the cards he didn't keep. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so it's not Pincer, but it is aggro. Okay. So this almost always gets us Careless Talks. Of course. Well, I suppose by almost always there is, it's like a 3 in 4 chance. Which, like, you know, 3 in 4 chance, but... Now the question is, do I hold Envelop, or do I just trade that out? I'll probably just trade that out. Like, the Panzer 1B is annoying, but it's also really, really slow. Trade that out again. Man, the fact that I didn't get a Careless Talk, that 1 in 4 is screwing me this game. I could be holding up Envelop, but if he has a brain, he can play around Envelop pretty easily. Okay. Oh, that is so bad, dude. What? Okay. Well, trade out with 1, so he doesn't get too suspicious. And also so I don't die to, like, Blitzkrieg Heinz or something. Dude, why? This is, like, the first time I'm testing, how many Panzer 1Bs does he have in his hand? I need to rely on him not having a card like Pursuit in hand. Island Defense is just too slow, and... Well, maybe I could have Island Defensed there. I mean, I don't really want to give him another, like, ton of hits to face. Okay, that worked out really well for me. I might just annihilate the Panzer F. Okay, probably not. I'm, like, super dead to Blitzkrieg. I think I have to draw for a card like Maelstrom. Island Defense, not terrible. Hipper, not terrible. I don't think I'm going to have time for a Careless Talk, so I think it's Hipper Island Defense. I'm going to pick Island Defense. Although I suppose I could have picked Careless next, and then next turn do like Annihilate Panzer F Careless. Like there's a world where that happens. This guy's just trying to milk value from Panzer Bs. And it's working. Is there a way where I can reasonably play around Blitzkrieg this turn? I don't think so. So we're going to get rid of this guy, because that guy's going to be cracked post-Leopold. And we're just going to pray that there's no Blitzkrieg. I mean, Bro runs Tack Strike. So, actually, there's probably a decent chance. Yes, second Panzer F! Come on! Okay. Well, not dead. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Also order. Well, actually, there's a pretty decent chance Panzer F gets overdrawn here. After Leopold. If it doesn't, we're screwed, but... This is literally the first card back. It's the two most valuable cards on the board. Okay, buddy. Am I just dead? I'm, like, almost certainly just dead, right? Like, am I dead on... So each of those is 3... Order again. Does this guy not know how the card works? Okay. If he doesn't seem to be killing me. So I can island defense and then kill Panzer F. Okay, so this is happening for sure. And then... I think I can errata and kill 2 of them. Oh my goodness. If I win this game, it is entirely because this guy's an idiot. I still can't believe that Leopold sent back Panzer H, Panzer F. And Bro got to keep both of those. Okay. Not playing around countermeasures. What are you doing? That's a third 35T. Seems like... Wait, what? What? Okay. So we can case yellow. So that's 5, 6, 7, 10. Well, that's pretty good. I could also sudden strike this to take the front line. Which, knowing this guy runs Enigmas, is... Oh, I hit the Enigma in a 1 in 5. Get wrecked, dude! Okay, that is karma. That is karma. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we know what he has in hand, and the next one we can do Jagdbomber Wolfpack, so we still know what he has in hand. Which is to say nothing. Oh my goodness, dude. Too funny. Too funny. Alright. That was a +3. And yeah, I mean, gonna keep playing this. Alright, we got a German player. Gonna full mulligan for sudden strikes and careless talks. Oh, we got one sudden. Surely this has to be Pincer eventually. It's gonna be Pincer in like the game where I have like the most dead hand ever. And HQT, I don't know if he's top 100, but I've seen his name around, so this is not gonna be a +3 at the very least. Turn 1 Naxxrub, so it's probably something aggressive, but we're not gonna sudden strike that. From the deep is actually a very good draw. The Careless Talk would probably accomplish the same thing, but... It is actually very tempting to just sudden strike that now. Makes playing Heinkel really hard in the future. I mean, surely if he's... Naxxrub you would definitely run in Pincer. Whirlwind, you have to run a lot of cards in Pincer. And if one of them's going to be Whirlwind, I think you're crazy. And like, even if you are running Whirlwind and Pincer, surely you just have to play Astrakhan on 2, right? Like, I know you're playing around countermeasures, but you know there's not a careless. So you're playing around turn 2 from the deep. At the expense of a massive tempo loss. I'll just pass for 60 first, because I can always sudden strike Naxxrub and then play Heinkel on turn 5. And I think I'm playing 61st on turn 4 every time anyways. Really? This crap again? Okay, at least I have a slightly better hand to respond to it. I have the Yegg Bomber on curve going first. Hopefully he doesn't have like too crazy of a pop-off turn right now. No Befelswagons anymore, buddy. 24th Cavalry is a really good pickup. The fact that he spent 3 credits on turn 4 as an aggro deck, dealing 1 damage and developing a 1/3 is really good. It seems impossible for him to be able to... yeah, I was gonna say, it seems impossible for him to be able to develop autocannon while having it not be able to just die on board. As much as I would love to get 34th into this, which is a lot, actually, why don't I just 24th and push 24th? 61st is kind of slow anyways. Like, everything in his deck is sort of a 3 health, and if he makes this trade, we have Heinkel to take it out. And with the Leopold now, just as much as I can stall out the game. So this is US. Panzer F. Do I just annihilate that? If I annihilate that, am I gonna die to, Don't really want to sack this, but I also don't really have a choice. I'm gonna play this so next turn I can annihilate this and take out something in the front line. Maybe a case yellow trade. That plays on curve marginally better. Although I suppose with Annihilation, I can push this up. He trades here, and then I Maelstrom on the following turn. 20 seconds, decent discard. So he kind of has to make this trade to keep this alive. If he has We Can Do It, it's very, very bad. Hopefully he floods the board rather than plays We Can Do It. No, We Can Do It's coming, which means Maelstrom is coming. I lost a game in friendlies because I forgot Maelstrom doesn't kill Pathfinders. So now I'm just like incredibly paranoid that Maelstrom is just gonna not kill something. Schützen. It's actually a very good draw. This has to attack, right? Yeah. Sorry, it doesn't like heal when I attack it. I could just Leopold this, obviously. I could also sudden strike that. I think taking the front line's more important. And the +1 attack means that he can't, like, do a second Schützen into it, which is very good. Oh, he does run We Can Do It. That's terrifying. And he's just gonna surrender. Thank goodness. Okay. This deck doing what it's supposed to do. Taking out aggro. 2905. Let's go again. That was a +9. Another one of those, and we'll be done with this. Alright, we got Japan. If it's another Tony OTK, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Mulligan's 4 cards. It's probably not aggro. I'll mulligan 1 sudden strike, just in case. He's gonna start with like Careless Talk, I swear. Or not Signal Regiment. Okay, thank goodness it's aggro. Kinda wish I had my sudden strike back now. Oh, it feels so good to not have to worry about like how many beefs are getting pulled out. I don't like that. Careless, thank you. If I lost another 1 and 4 to not get Careless Talk, I would be pretty upset. That's an interesting choice. So 24th is like by far the most valuable of these options, but I also have 3 other 24ths in the deck that will draw. So by not picking 24th, it's not like the end of the world, whereas putting one of my 3 healing cards at the bottom of the deck might be. I'm tempted to pick the Careless Talk, though, to be completely honest. It's a bit of a risk, but we have a lot of draw. And we're still not, like, entirely sure what this guy's playing. Like, it's probably some form of Jaggro, but, like, is it Destruction Jaggro, or is it that? Just gonna hold up everything. This is when he like plays an Osaka Regiment and it eats all 3 of these. What? Okay, I'm kinda confused. Well, that's not a bad discard at all. So it's Soviet France that runs Cavalry Regiment into the last man. So I guess it's like Soviet France burn. This might get like fiery ambushed or something. Okay. Well, if he hits that, I just annihilate it. If he hits face, I kill it. Okay, so discarding island defense. I feel like this guy's probably a burn deck of sorts. That needs to get annihilated. Which means we kind of wasted a careless. AA guns, decent discard. This guy's running France. He probably has phony wars though. If this guy does Shiden attack face Shiden, I'm gonna be really pissed. Okay. Well, that's kind of a... That definitely means he's running phony wars, though. Yep. Draw last. Okay, well, we can island defense. Heinkel. Thank you, game. So we're going to start with the heal. And then watch as we overdraw Comet again. Kika face. Interesting. Okay, what do we got? This is by far just the most valuable card. I think I have to trade this guy. And yeah. Odds we overdraw here, incredibly high. I guess this guy just runs Dina Cavalries for the, he went Signal for the burn. It's interesting. So I believe that that should actually come down as a 4-3 rather than the 6-5, since he's already deployed a Dragon Slayer. This is partially for science. This should be stay at 4-3. Really? I mean, I suppose that it is still the same. Oh my god, come on, guy. That's really annoying, though. Annihilation, hopefully. Discarding second phony. Like, odds that this guy has Shiden seem decently high. By decently high, I mean, like, actually it should be pretty low, but based on the, how this guy's been drawing so far this game. Interesting he didn't want his Aichi back. Okay, is Comet, like, actually just, like, the last card in our deck? I mean, we need Comet as quickly as possible, which is why I'm doing this. And, like, yeah, why not pick another Comet? Honestly, all of these are kind of tempting. Like, we have some huge hitters left in the deck for Hornise. It's like Leopold in there now. Schwalbe takes out Scheiden. Stuka gives me the opportunity to discard. Also, Stuka's a burn. I think I'm gonna go Stuka. A little bit for science, a little bit because I think it's the best option. Presumably this guy isn't also running island defense if he's running double call to the colony, presumably triple call to the colony. Okay, so we're gonna overdraw one card, overdraw two cards. This guy really does not want his guy back for whatever reason. I think he should be out of forced draw now, though. Like, he could run take initiatives, but I don't think there's any way for him to make me draw cards anymore. Ouch. I could just Sendai and go face, to be completely honest. Sets up lethal. Like, he could bonsai me or some nonsense. That's always a possibility. But we've seen To the Last Man. We've seen Bombing Raid. He can't run Desperate Measures anymore. He can Sendai back to go face. We're, like, incredibly close to lethal here. This is... Do I just guard and go face with everything? Like, there's a possibility he kills me with some, like, shenano nonsense. He runs island defense, dude. Why? Why? But, like, also there's just a possibility I kill him on board. Okay, so he's out of cavalries. Is he gonna double trade Scheiden? Or is he gonna replay the guard? He's gonna double trade Scheiden. I mean, there's not really a way to play around. Island defense number 2. Like, there's no way to hit him to, like, 11 to set up a 2-turn lethal. I think. Yeah, he was at 14. If he was at 15, like, I could have done, like, Comet Face, Wolfpack or something. Okay, Kamikaze. I think that's... Is that number 1 or number 2? I forgot if it was this game or the last game that somebody played Kamikaze against me. Nah, dude. You have 8 cards in deck. You haven't played Last Rites. Are you kidding me? What? What? Siren, double Siren, all 4 Kamikazes. With no draw, other than the Kamikazes. That is insane. I think that guy started his turn with Kamikaze Siren top deck, second Kamikaze, first Kamikaze draws him into Siren. He also needs the second Siren to be drawn off the first Kamikaze. They have to be in that order. He can't, because otherwise he's one off lethal. like if he has to play 2 Kamikazes for 2 and then Siran 2 Kamikazes, and I have lethal in hand. And by committing to that line, it means he's not island defensing. Alright. Minus 17. Okay, we're gonna pause. I think we're gonna end this one here. It's getting very long. And then maybe I'll do another video after this. I'll definitely keep playing. So thank you very much for watching. I still have like 6.5 hours, something like that. So yeah, I will get to playing more, might record more right after this. But this is it for this video, so subscribe if you want to see more of this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.